football update, and this one should be a good time as usual. And week 14 of the NFL season has just wrapped up, which is kind of a crazy thing to say. Feels like the season just started, and we're already heading into week 15, which also means most fantasy football leagues have their playoffs starting this week, which is the case for us. So we're going to take a look at our matchup. We did end up making playoffs, ended with a 9-5 record. I haven't made an update video in a while, and I do apologize for that. It's been a busy couple months over here, but so we'll take a look back at how we've been doing. So last week we ended up with a nice 20-point win over Sofas, who actually didn't even play a quarterback for some reason. He had Russ on the bench, but didn't play him. Oh, he's got Olave too, and Eckler, and oh man, dude, the bye weeks last week were insane. Like literally, so Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, you got the Commanders too, so that means Jaden Daniels, Scary Terry. You got no Tank Dell. You got no a lot of people, man. A lot of people were out. So yeah, I ended up starting Singletary at running back, but thankfully I had Josh Allen for this one. Holy cow, what a game from him. 3 touchdowns through the air, 3 on the ground, 6 total touchdowns, and just shy of 52 points. So, I mean, without that, let's see, so 52 minus 23, so that's what, 29, right? Wow, so yeah, I would have lost if it weren't for Josh Allen. How about that? The week before this, we lost to Udil. And yeah, this was a crazy game, really high scoring. 180 to 190 is just insane. I actually picked up Jonnu Smith right before this game, and it ended up being such a good pickup. Najee had a great game for us as well. I don't think there's anything I could have done differently. Maybe I could have put Laporta in. He had 16. Nah, it wouldn't have made a difference. Oh well, I mean, we put up 180. Didn't win, but week before that we got a nice little 40-point win. Before that we won by about 30. And I think I had a losing streak in here. Okay, so we lost to Sasha in week 10. And then week 9 we lost to Gechi. And then, okay, yeah. And then week 8 we lost to Logan. Yeah, so a nice little 3-game losing streak in there, which, man, the wheels were kind of coming off there, not gonna lie. That was a bad stretch for me, but thankfully we ended up working through it. So here are the current standings. Okay, so Logan Bush, and I mean, I feel like next year we need to get rid of divisions because, I mean, yeah, it's pretty lopsided. Although, to be fair, Logan Bush, I mean, his team is very good. He put up over 2,000 points, second most in the league. So definitely had some tough matchups that affected his record. But still, I feel like divisions in fantasy football just not really necessary because it has no impact on the actual schedule for the season, so it doesn't make sense for that to have an impact on playoff seeding. It should just be one division, and the best records advance. But actually, now that I look at it, that wouldn't have changed the, like, who made playoffs, because it was top 3 from each division. But it's very possible that, like, in the future, somebody could really get screwed by that. But anyway, so collect and place finished with a 4-10 record. That's tough. That is really tough. Yeah, I just hate that for the guy. So he'll be playing in the toilet bowl down there. But yeah, so this week we are taking on Gedgy, and he's projected 145 to our 140. So yeah, we've definitely got our work cut out for us. Let me take a look. Let's see the matchups here. So we've got Josh Allen at Detroit. He's got Purdy against the Rams. And Purdy, I think he balled out last game, right? Yeah, 22 points, but he went 20 for 25 for 325 and 2 touchdowns. Man, that's crazy. So, the first time he played at the Rams, he actually put up 25. Okay, that's probably not good for us. Oh well. Oh well, it's fine. We got Josh. He's gonna do big things. We got Derrick Henry at the Giants, so that's a pretty favorable matchup for us. We got Jonathan Taylor at Denver. I don't love that. I don't love that. Denver's defense has been really good this year, and Jonathan Taylor has been not great, man. He's had some good games, but I mean, pretty wishy-washy, and definitely just not really what you would expect from Jonathan Taylor. So hopefully he has a big game, but I'm a little worried about that matchup. We do have DK versus Green Bay. That should be a good game. I think that says rain. Rain for the game, that's not good. We got T. Higgins. I think that says rain too. Awesome. Oh gosh, then we got AJ Brown against Pittsburgh. Dang, dude, we got some tough matchups this week. Let's see our bench. Yeah, I got nothing really that I can put in. I've been occasionally playing Ertz as a flex option, just because, man, he's been balling out. Number 10 ranked tight end. He's had like a pretty big resurgence this year, which is cool to see, because he used to be a stud when he was with Philly. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with this lineup, and hopefully it works out. Wow, Rico is really projected 14, huh? Okay. Is he playing? Isaac Garendo, is he actually playing? It seemed unlikely that Garendo would play on a short week on Thursday off of foot sprain, but his return to practice on Wednesday gives him a chance. Okay, well, hopefully he's out, because that Russ out a good bit. That is a really quick turnaround off that injury. And CD is questionable too. Yeah, he's had that shoulder injury for most of the year. Okay. So yeah, got a pretty tough matchup. I don't really know how this is gonna play out. But I'll make an update next week to show you guys. Hopefully we win. Hopefully we advance. But yeah, I mean it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a stressful week. But we'll go ahead and we'll take a look back at some of the scores from this past week. So we started off with the Packers and Lions. Lions get it done at home, picking up a 3-point win. I'm not gonna lie, dude, I really questioned that call that Dan Campbell made on 4th down, more than one to go for it. Like the risk reward, it didn't seem like it was worth it to go for it, because all they would have done was prevented the Packers from having like, I don't know, 45, 50 seconds, and I don't think they had any timeouts. And then when Jared Goff slipped, I was like, oh my goodness. But ended up working out. And the Lions, man, they keep winning. That's a good football team there. Probably the best team in the NFC. Next up, we got the Jaguars at the Titans. Jags get a win. And yeah, I didn't watch this game at all. I really had no reason to. I don't think I've watched I've probably seen like less than 10 plays combined between the two of these teams all year. So I apologize to any Jags or Titans fans out there, but yeah, completely missed that one. But Jags get the dub. I feel like that's just a battle for draft position at this point. Next up, we got the Jets and the Dolphins. Dolphins end up getting the win. I think they still have a chance, right, to make the playoffs. And they've been on a roll since Tua came back. So hopefully he stays healthy, but yeah, big win there. And a bit of a comeback as well, outscoring the Jets 11-3 in the 4th and forcing overtime. And yeah, the Jets, I don't even know what to say. I thought they were going to be good this year. Not like, I didn't think they were going to be like amazing or anything, but I certainly thought they would be better than they are. I didn't see 3-10 coming. So I don't know, a lot of questions to be answered there. But yeah, nice win for the Dolphins at home. Next up, we got the Falcons at the Vikings. Falcons, I guess that was Kirk Cousins' first game back since the move to the Falcons, and man, he's been struggling. I hate to say that because I really love Kirk. I think he's just a great dude, but man, the past few weeks, I think I saw a stat and he's like, I think he's thrown 0 touchdowns and like 8 interceptions or something. Something crazy. Actually, we can check that right now. We'll check that. We'll do a live little fact check here. Okay, so... Oh, someone's... Okay, yeah. Yeah, so 8 interceptions. touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. And also 3 fumbles. Wait, no, 4. So, I don't know if they... Oh, they didn't lose any of those fumbles, luckily. Otherwise, that would be 12 turnovers. And 0 touchdowns. But yeah, rough stretch for Kirk. Rough stretch for the Falcons. Sam Darnold, on the other hand, that dude has been absolutely balling out. So he had a monster game. Addison had a monster game. Justin Jefferson finally got back in the touchdown stat line. And yeah, they get a monster win at home. What a sneaky 11-2 team, man. Like they just win. They just win. And they only lost by 2 in that one. They lost by 10 in that one. They do have some close games here though. 1-point win, 3-point win, 5-point win against the Jaguars, really? I wonder if that was like one of the Europe games. Can't remember. No, it was not. It was not. I just don't remember it. Okay, anyway, 11-2, man. That team is, gosh, they are crushing it. Really crushing it, and I mean, makes you wonder what they're gonna do with Sam Darnold after this. How old is he anyway? Because they drafted J.J. McCarthy, right? But, I mean, with Darnold playing the way he's playing, like there's no way you can just say, alright, we're gonna go a different direction. Like, literally no shot. Yeah, so he's 27, which is crazy. But, I mean, 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He just, I don't know, dude. I mean, he never really had like a great opportunity. I mean, he started out with the Jets. The Jets were even worse than they are today. At that time, their defense wasn't even good. Well, they weren't like terrible, but they weren't like they are now. And then he ends up going to the Panthers, which, you know, kind of a place that careers go to die right now. And now, you know, ends up just right place, right time, I guess, man. And it really helps a lot when you have, when you got like a Hawkinson, you got a Justin Jefferson, a Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones. I mean, that definitely helps, but the turnaround has been crazy for him. Next up, we got the Saints and the Giants. So, Saints end up winning this one after blocking a field goal that would have tied it. And wait, I'm getting it mixed up. Is this the one where the like massive defensive lineman jumped over the line and blocked it? I can't remember, but yeah, so Saints get a dub here. I guess they're probably still, they might have a path to make the playoffs, but obviously, like, no Derek Carr now. I don't know. And I mean, I wouldn't really expect them to make the playoffs now. They've, you know, really fallen apart this season, and a lot of decisions to be made in the off season for them, I think. Next up, we got the Panthers and the Eagles. Eagles pick up a pretty close win. This ended up being a lot closer than I thought, and it could have gone the other way if Xavier Leggett was able to Next up, we got the Browns and the Steelers. Steelers get the 13-point win at home, and they are looking good. They are looking really good. Russ is looking good. Got just an awesome defense there. And yeah, they moved to 10-3. Next up, we got the Raiders at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers win 28-13. Another big game from Baker in this one. Next up, we got the Seahawks at the Cardinals. Seahawks win 30-18. This is like two teams that I just can't figure out, man. I just cannot figure them out. Like, sometimes they can play so great, and then other times you're like, what's going on? Like, losing to the Giants for the Seahawks, that's kind of crazy. I guess they've had a tough schedule, but I don't know. I feel like sometimes I watch Gino and he looks incredible, and then other times I'll watch him and just make some like really question mark plays. But yeah, it's kind of fallen apart a bit for the Cardinals here. You know, I thought they were really getting on track after the 4 straight wins, but now they've got 3 straight losses. They do have a good opportunity to turn it around, though. They have a pretty favorable schedule with the Patriots and the Panthers coming up. You know, at the Rams. The Rams don't really have much of a home field advantage, so that's a bonus. Okay, so next up we got the Bills at the Rams. Man, this was a crazy game. Absolutely crazy game. 44-42 kind of reminded me of the Chiefs-Bills game from like I don't even know what year that was. Yeah, I have no idea. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know. But you guys know what I'm talking about, where it felt like whoever had the ball last was gonna win. You know, came down to the end. You know, very questionable timeout that was taken by the Bills, which, you know, pretty much guarantees that you have to get the onside, which, you know, I've never really understood, like, why coaches do that, like, in that situation. Like, I would rather take the penalty, because, you know, at least if you hang on to those 3 timeouts, you're at least giving your defense a chance. Like, they can make a stop and you have a chance. But when you call a timeout, like, you're literally putting all your eggs in the onside kick basket, which, you know, almost never works. So I've never really understood that, and, you know, ends up backfiring on the Bills, unfortunately. But man, such an awesome game, just a fun game to watch. And the Rams, let's see, they got at the 49ers, right, on Thursday, at the Jets, versus Cardinals, versus Seahawks, so, second in the NFC West. So yeah, they still very much have a road to the playoffs. They're in a pretty good spot. But yeah, that was a big win for them. You know, they're like, at this point in the season, there's a huge difference between being 7-6 and 6-7. Okay, next up we got the Bears at the 49ers. The Bears are now 0-6 on the road. They lose 38-13. Williams is a bust. I said that a lot after he got drafted. And it's too early. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. I didn't think he was like that great, but like I said, it is way too early. You know, I don't know, their offense just, it hasn't been good this year, and like going through a coaching change and everything, it's gonna take a couple years before you can really see, you know, what he's able to do, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, they dropped to 4-9, and 49ers are up to 6-7. Next up, we got the Chargers at the Chiefs, and what do you know? Things just seem to go well for the Chiefs. I don't know how, but you know, for whatever reason, things just always seem to work out for the Chiefs. It's honestly really annoying, like really annoying. But yeah, tough loss for the Chargers here, who have had a really great season. You know, to go to Kansas City, and also with no J.K. Dobbins, who's been a stud for them this year, and to lose by 2, and to lose the way they did, I mean, like, they were right there, definitely could have won that game, but you know, still impressed with the way that they played. And man, Justin Herbert's been balling out for them this year. But yeah, Chiefs, they just keep winning. They just keep winning. I don't know how, but it just happens. Next up, we got the Bengals at the Cowboys, and you know, this is kind of hilarious, actually. The Cowboys, my Dallas Cowboys, 1-6 at home. That's pathetic. That is so embarrassing, and I absolutely love it as a Cowboys fan. I wish it was worse, to be honest with you. I wish it was so bad, and I would love to see the stands full of our opponents' fans every game. Because, you know what, just like the mismanagement of this team, and like how much worse that we've gotten, and I know we lost Dak, but also never should have paid him the highest paid quarterback contract in NFL history, or just contract in general in NFL history. So yeah, and then like we lose a lot of key players. We don't replace them, and then you know, I'm honestly like, I think at this point in the season, I would have expected our record to be worse than 5-8. Honestly, just based on like how much like less talent we have on the team overall compared to last year. But we are 5-8, and the way we lost was just Cowboys in a nutshell, man. Cowboys in a nutshell. You know, to fumble a blocked punt on like what, fourth and like 20 something, I don't even know, like 27 or something. That's crazy. But yeah, so the only thing I'm bummed out about is that I was hoping that, sorry, we adopted this dog from a family member. He's very old, and he likes to like just like bump into my legs all the time. So that's what that noise was. we should have really committed to tanking. Because at this point, you know, we were coming off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight losses. And, you know, we're 3-7 outside looking in. And, you know, pretty clearly not good enough to make the playoffs. And if we did make the playoffs, not good enough to really do much when we got there. So, yeah, it's just, to sum it up, it's pretty awful being a Cowboys fan, but, I would say my hopes are high, but they're not until we have, like, an actual GM, so, anyway, yeah, tough loss there. That was a big win for the Bengals. We'll see if they can make a push for the playoffs, but, not to take anything away from them, because Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase had monster games. But yeah, we lost in a very Cowboy-esque fashion, which was incredible.